Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Coach's Corner. Today we will discuss another wing T concept. Okay, today we will talk about the jet and the arrow concept. We're going to discuss this against a 30 and 40 front and then show different formations out of this. So let's get to the board. All right, first, as we draw this up, we're going to go against our 40 front. We'll put a D in here, a nose here, a tackle here, and get our backers in there, get our support players. Again, we're working out of the wing T, so we anticipate edge players being there. All right? Working the wing T under center, what we're going to do, we're going to first show you the jet play. Okay, so out of our jet play, we know we're going to motion the guy, and we're going to reach everything. We're going to turn and run, rip and run kind of concept with it. Motioning this guy, getting it outside. Fullback hitting inside just to freeze. It's giving them a concept, all right? This is our jet guy, this is our arrow guy. In this concept, we're getting outside with the jet. Okay, now it's going to make these guys spread. Technically, if it's good hidden play, these guys are going to run. Okay, these guys are going to start running. So then by the time we start going with the jet, we'll hit up inside with a different sort of look. Okay, now this is our jet concept against, the 40 front. Now, with the same up front look, I'll erase it real quick, with the same up front look, and we changed this formation a little bit. So we still in our wing T concept getting here. Some guys call this an out. We put the slot out here, X, we got a Y out there, and we give the long motion. Okay, you got to be careful sometimes of the long motion, but the long motion helps with running this thing also. Okay, the long motion will help when the arrow before it's time to hit because it gives them something to look at for a whole time coming across the field. All right. Now, let's go back and draw it against the 30 front. Okay? Again, here we go. Jet against the 30 front. All right? Sorry, guys. Here we go. In, nose, in. Our backers. And let's get our support players here. All right, because of the same thing, we're going to turn and run, and we're going to try to reach everything. We're going to run, try to reach everything. Edge block there. This guy's block is very important. All right, he's got to be able to force this guy, get us outside, get a good shot on this guy. All right, because these guys will force it, and as game plan, they're going to know that you run the jet, and once they see it, they're going to send the guy heavy off the edge. So this got to be an important block for these edge players here. All right, fullback doing the same. And we're getting out there to the edge. We're getting out there to the edge. We're running wide. I hear some guys say run outside the number. They want you to run wide. If we can get 4 yards out of this, 3 yards out of this play, that's a good play. So we're looking to stretch the field, get the field out wide. A lot of teams will do this when they're facing against bigger linemen. Okay, so you got bigger guys in there. You want to get them guys running, get them stretching the field, and create some gaps in there. All right? And so that's how we're looking, okay? From the same thing, if we take the slot, all right, our motion guy, we bring him out here wider. Long motion the same way. A lot of times you might have 2 guys up here that try to roll the extra support guy, and it'll help in doing what we need to do, okay? Because it's a series, so the players want to work together. Now let's talk about the arrow. All right, now we draw the arrow. All right, versus our 40 front here. All right, with our edge players. All right, let's put our quarterback in here. And you can also run this thing out of pistol. It's a little bit slower hitting with the arrow out of pistol, so a lot of guys may do a trap or something like that. So run the jet and then run a trap behind it. So in pistol, it's just all on your preference. All right, and some guys are still running more like an inside zone play. And they're running but kind of a quick hitting type deal. So let's talk about our arrow now. So now on our arrow, we're still going to come out and we're going to block the edge here. But here, we're going to block everything. Man up, get up to the next level. All right? I've seen some coaches turn this guy loose because he'll probably run with the play, and they'll do that. And we'll motion him out, and we're hitting straight up inside here. I've seen it release. This guy crash maybe sometimes, and a release there. All right? That's one of the big plays out of that. That's how we run an arrow. So some guys will release this guy, and the player hit right up inside him. And these guys step out and clear it. That normally puts him one-on-one with the secondary player. That's a good game. All right, and with this going, you'll get this guy stretching maybe, so that thing will hit there. And if he doesn't get there, this guy's gone. This guy will probably be showing up there, boom, and now there's no one left. You're there to the second level. Okay, so that's a pretty good play. This is arrow, okay, versus the 40 front. All right, this is arrow with the jet motion. You bring the long motion from out here, same way like we just talked, and that's the same thing there, giving the same effect out of long motion. Okay. Now, let's draw the same thing versus the 30 front. Okay, now, versus our 30 front, it's still blocked kind of the same, but you got to be careful on the interior here. Okay? All right, versus our 30 front. Got to be careful versus the interior. All right? We'll do the same. Okay, now here, we blocking here, same concept, giving that look outside. We got to stay here, covered, uncovered, lock on, lock on. This is going to be truly hitting up inside. There's probably not going to be much movement inside there. All right, and that motion still dragging outside. It may not affect this guy much because he's covered up by a player. Okay, it may not affect him much, but he may see it and try to get out wide and he'll wide hole. But we're probably going to have to stay on and man block this guy right here. Okay, but it still works inside. It'll stretch the box, get these guys moving. But you got to run it enough to influence it. You got to get this motion in there enough, that jet motion, that motion in there enough to get the guys moving, get the defense reacting so they give you what you want. Okay? And then how we work back on the inside with the 30 front with the arrow. All right? And the same working both ways. You know, we can motion this guy, he make the block, and we come back this way and we run it the same way. All right? Same way. I've also seen guys run it, all right, to the backside gap. Okay? So they run it, all right, versus the 30 front. All right? We run that same motion. I've seen guys run this and run it to the backside gap, just in case these guys sit down and feel and run it to the backside gap. I've seen that. They call that back. I've seen different coaches do that out of wing T also. So there's different possibilities with your backfield play, with your line play, with your motions, with your adjustments, and with what you want the defense to do. Okay, so there it is. That's all we have today for the Jet and Arrow. Thank you guys for joining us. See you for our next episode of Coach's Corner.